Guys, today we are going to be doing $400 worth of upgrades on one of these Primal RC monster trucks. Okay, so if you don't already know, I have two Primal RC monster trucks. I have the Raminator and the Mega Truck. Those that are new to the channel, also if you haven't subscribed, subscribe now. Hit that bell for notifications as well. Today we're going to be outfitting $400 worth of upgrades on one of these Primal trucks, and I'm very excited because also I'm going to be converting one of these to electric. I do have a video for the electric conversion that I purchased. I'll put a card up here in the top. You go check that video out on the electric conversion I will be putting in one of these monster trucks. So let's get on to the upgrades and get this thing looking like a monster. So I decided to go ahead and put the upgrades on the Primal RC Raminator. I could have done it on the Mega Truck. Decided not to. Main reason is I'm going to be converting this one to electric. I think these upgrades is necessary for the power that this truck's going to have when it gets converted to electric. So that's what we're doing. First upgrade is the JS Performance Ram Nudge Bar. Now I think the nudge bar will look a lot better on the Raminator. Of course, I think it'd look good on the Mega Truck as well. But I think this is really meant for the Raminator. It just looks a lot better on it too. So it's going to protect the front end of the truck. If you head straight in and ram something, or you're jumping the truck and you come down on the nose, it's gonna help the truck survive. So that's another reason why I went with this. Plus, man, you guys, these brush guards look sick on these trucks. They look so cool on them. They look mean. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get this upgrade on. First, we're gonna take the body off. We'll slap this upgrade on, then we'll move to the next one. Okay, let's see what we got here. I just want to note that these parts are made in the UK, which is really nice to see other parts made in other countries. So this one's made in the United Kingdom. That's pretty good. Let's see what we got in here. So we got the main bars that come across the front. And then we have the main brackets, which will go like this. So we got the main brackets. Those look really nice, actually. Those are really nice quality parts. And then we got your bolts, and it also comes with some little eyelets or something for chains. So that's pretty nice. Looks like we're gonna need some big hex Allen wrenches, and that's about it. So I kind of looked over all the parts, laid them out, figured out what bolts went to what. So the 6 bigger bolts, they're going to go on the side of these of the bigger tubes, and then there's a smaller tube besides the other 3 tubes. These 3 are bigger than this one, so these 2 bolts here will go on the end of these, and you're going to have 3 tubes here and 1 back here. This one's for the little chain eyelet. So that's for that. And then they give you 6 more bolts, and that's going to replace the top bolts that are in the frame on the truck. So that's how this is going to go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, put the tubes on the brackets, and then we're going to put the brackets on the truck. Everything is looking really, really good. So we got the smaller tube here, 2 big ones here, and then 1 on the bottom. Now I kept this loose, that way we can fit it on the truck when we put it on. First we got to take these 3 bolts off up here. Like I said, long bolt, short bolt, long bolt. So that's how that's going to go on there. So let's go ahead and get to it. And then after we mount these 3 on each side up, I will tighten the tubes up on each side on the brackets. We are done with the front Ram nudge bar. That thing looks sick. Can't wait to get the body on it. It'll look so much nicer. Let's get on to the next upgrade. Next upgrade, the Taylor RC Wheelie Bar. You have to have this. If you're putting electric through your primal monster truck, you gotta have a wheelie bar. This one's pretty nice from Taylor RC. When you're putting 812S through these trucks, the front end's gonna be popping up. You gotta have a wheelie bar. Plus they look sick, you guys, come on. Along with the nudge bar, the wheelie bar, this thing's gonna look pretty cool. We're gonna get these out of the packages and check them out. I'm thinking about, from what I can see right through the packages, I'd like to paint these actually, but we'll see. I think I might just stick them on and then later on maybe throw some paint on them or something. But let's get these things opened up and get them on the truck. So there is a couple steps that I want to kind of throw out there to you. It is easy, like if you have a dual shock setup like I have on the Raminator here, I went ahead and just took both shocks down. I'm doing one side at a time and then putting the bracket on. Now, if you're running a dual shock setup, you're going to have to take your standoff out, put the bracket on, then put the standoff back in, and then put your other two bolts and nuts in as well. These two down here, and then your standoff right here. If you don't have a dual setup, they do provide two other shorter, thicker bolts for that to make up for the standoff. It's kind of a pain because really you need to take the shocks down, one or both down, because it's just easier to get to the bolts and nuts and all that. Also, I had to take one of the center tubes out that run right across here because I couldn't get to that nut back there. So you might have to take a few things off to get these brackets on. Not a big deal. You know, it would have been nicer if it was designed where you can just bolt it on and just be done. But you do gotta kind of disassemble the truck a little bit, shocks, maybe take that center tube out. One thing I want to recommend, everything looks really nice, this Taylor RC Wheelie Bar. The only thing I don't care about is, like I said, you know, you gotta disassemble the truck a little bit. And also, they did not do any kind of coating or powder coat at all on the brackets. It's not like the Ram Nerf bar there. It's all nicely coated, silver, looks really good. This is kind of bare steel. So I wish they kind of would have coated this with something. For the price, it should have been, in my opinion. But that's it. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get the other side on and just slap the wheels right on the big old thick dual wheel. And we're going to see what this thing looks like. Wheelie bar is installed and it is nicey nice. It's looking really good. So like I said before, if you're running a dual shock setup like me on all four corners, you have to use your existing standoff for one of the holes. If not, there is hardware provided for that hole. Also, there's two more holes down here you will need to use here and here. And of course, the hardware's in the kit. You may have to take this tube here out in the chassis, center of the chassis, and your one or two shocks off. It's just easier to get to all the holes and get everything snugged up, and because it's just easier that way. So that's what I would do. Just do one side at a time. That way you have one side holding up the truck while you're working on the other side. So let's get the body back on this bad boy and see what it looks like. All right, got the body back on, and this thing looks mean. I'm telling you, it's a beast. I love it, the way it looks. So we got the JS Performance Ram Nudge Bar, and then we got the Taylor RC Wheelie Bar on here. You can get this from Primal RC, of course, and some other websites. I'm sure you can get the Brush Guard or Nerf bar, whatever people want to call it. I call it a brush guard. Probably get that on some other websites as well. There is a few things that I want to say about both of these upgrades that I did. I have one nag on the nudge bar and a couple on the wheelie bar. Now, I wouldn't say the one on the nudge bar is a big deal, but you can't get the front clips on here now on the body. You used to be able to come in here and put your clip in on each side, your body clip, and now you cannot do that. I've tried to go underneath this truck to get that clip in, and it's almost impossible to get it in there. It's really hard to get in. I don't think I would need them on now, I guess. I mean, there's 4 in the back, 2 on each side of the body, and then you got the bar protecting the front end. So I'm not understanding why JS Performance didn't have a little notch cut out here, so you can still get your clip in and out from the outside. I don't understand why they didn't do that. But that's the only thing about this upgrade. Other than that, the fit and finish was so good on this brush guard, you guys. It was nice. I love it. And that brings me to the wheelie bar. There's no finish on the wheelie bar, on the brackets. That's a big disappointment. For the money you're spending, you should have some sort of coating on the brackets for the wheelie bar like you did on the brush guard. And I understand it's 2 different companies, but you should be coating your product with something, not leaving it kind of bare metal. And you can see numbers on the metal from production where it's stamped. That I do not care about. Another thing is of installation on the wheelie bar. I really don't care for it because you still got to take 1 or 2 shocks off, and probably that center, like I said before, that center tube out of the chassis. I just don't care for it. I don't know. It's just, I think they're not really big. It's not really a big deal, but it's just something that you guys want to kind of take that in consideration when you're getting upgrades for any RC car, especially these big ones like this. You start spending money on these, they get real expensive. Even fixing these trucks are real expensive. Now, Primal does offer a wheelie bar of their own, which maybe I should have got because it's probably $100 cheaper. This is about $200 with tax and shipping to your door. Same as the nudge bar from JS Performance. So I have around $400 in both of these upgrades. They are for looks and performance both. So the front guard's going to protect the truck. The wheelie bar is going to protect the back and keep it from flipping or turning over, hopefully. So let me know, you guys, down in the comments what you think about my upgrades for the Primal RC Raminator. I think this thing looks sick. Very excited. Can't wait to start on the electric conversion. So like I said, wait for that video. It's coming. I know it's taking a while. I got a lot of stuff going on right now. I want to do some work to the mega truck as well over there. But that is it. Let me know down below what you think about this now. She's looking nice. That's it, you guys. Hey, like, share, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications. I appreciate everybody watching and supporting the channel. And like I always say, go out and get you one of these Raminators or mega trucks. Or go out and just get some upgraded parts or something for one of your RC cars. And we'll see you on the next one.